What is going on, it's your boy Izlogic.business. Welcome back to another episode of TFT Time. Today, we're doing this recording again. In essence, this is a post-game commentary, and essentially what happened is I had the wrong mic plugged in, and it's a mute mic. In essence, my controller for my Xbox acts as a microphone, and that microphone essentially took over from my actual microphone that I'm speaking into right now, and basically meant no audio was recorded, and I did an entire 36-minute video speaking constantly, and it basically got fucked. I'm gonna swear already. You know it's a good video when I'm doing that. Anyway, let's ignore what's happening right now because there isn't much to talk about here. Obviously, we can discuss the LEC playoffs, and right now we know the three matchups that are going to be taking place first, and the first matchup that we're probably going to see is Rogue versus Misfits in the lower bracket first round. In essence, the winner of this goes forward, the loser is permanently eliminated from playoffs, and it's a do or die situation. And this matchup, Rogue versus Misfits, I'm unsure of who it goes to here. And I'm not going to spoil my predictions for my predictions video, which is going to come out on Thursday ahead of playoffs. But let's just say Rogue are on a losing streak. Misfits have looked alright this season, but it's basically two young teams playing up against each other in a very interesting matchup, to say the least. The other matchups is G2 versus MAD, which is a very interesting matchup to me as well. Obviously, G2 are the kings of Europe, the two LEC Spring and Summer winners, and the only team to win the LEC, versus the new team on the block, Mad Lions, whom I've actually fallen in love with as a team. They're probably one of my favourite EU teams. Bar say G2, I obviously follow G2 quite heavily. I've got a friend who sports them non-stop and is obsessed with cats. But yeah, G2 versus MAD, I don't know who that will go to. It's a very interesting matchup. Probably we'll find out who gets MVP, and if it's MAD, it's definitely going to the players in MAD. And the other matchup, which is another barn burner matchup, is Fnatic versus Origin. This is a very interesting matchup. It's a repeat of the spring from last year semi-final between OG and Fnatic, where OG actually beat out Fnatic, and I'm actually unsure of who wins this matchup. But yeah, it's a good matchup as well. I've got to think about this, obviously take into account recent form. Granted, for basically Fnatic and G2, it was meme games on the last day and the day before. Obviously, G2 bringing out Callistas and champions like that. Aatrox in the bot lane. A lot of basically painful memories if you're a fan of whoever G2 were playing. Anyway, I'm intrigued to see that. Now, as for the LCS, we've got tiebreakers happening right now as I'm recording this. You've got GGU, FlyQuest, Dignitas, EG, IMT. There's one other team. But there's FlyQuest versus EG, and the winner faces IMT, and then it's 100 Thieves versus Dig, where the winner of that faces Golden Guardians. And obviously, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know my predictions. I've made them before the matchups so that no one can actually claim me of cheating. I've already made them for all four matches that we're going to see, and I also need to piece together my results video for Thursday. That'll be fun as well. Anyway, we've got something to discuss here. It's actually our TFT comp, and I've ignored it for now. What we're essentially going for is the cybernetic Blade Master combo, where you go Chrono, Vanguard, Blaster as side bits, but you're mainly building on cybernetic. And we started with the Leona with Rico Bow. Obviously it's a very nice champion as we lose our first round here. Leona, with that Rico Bow, you're ideally going to put ZZ Rock Portal on her with the Giant's Belt. Give her a bit more health, HP, things to actually deal with him as we pick up our Lucian. Now, what we could do here is obviously we could have had a level 2 Yasuo at this stage, as one appeared in our previous shop and one's appearing right now. Me being me, I don't pick up the first one, and I think I do pick this one up as well. So that essentially becomes useless. Now, what we have right now is the solid core of Fiora, Leona and Lucian, the double LF, and their job's essentially just to be the meat shields in this game currently. Lucian's our big boy damage dealer, who, if you don't want spoilers right now, I suggest you mute it for about 3 or 4 seconds. I do believe you don't level up to level 2. Yeah, through the entirety of the game. Anyway, we are going to win around here, and this is a very cool team comp to say the least. It's been winning me quite a few games, and if you don't know what I'm doing right now, I'm basically just buying time to fill up till we get to late game, where this team comp just becomes a nightmare to deal with. But in essence, if you want to know the entire team comp, you go with, in the early game you've got Fiora, you've got Lucian, you've got Leona. Mid game you can use Ezreal, Shen to get you Chrono and the Blaster, as well as Blade Master if you don't have it yet. And then you also go late game, you have Wukong, Aurelia, Kayle and Echo as your big boy damage dealers. And then I forget which champion I missed out. Fiora, Leona, Wukong, Vi and Echo are your other champions. They're not too really useful in the sense of getting you traits, but they are there because they're the last remaining bits of cybernetic. Now, coming into this carousel, we obviously want to be picking up some key items for this team comp. There's realistically only 2 key items: Guardian Angel and Rage Blade. Obviously, what we want is to build a Guardian Angel, and so we take the Rumble here in this carousel, and that essentially is the carousel option that is vital for us. Yes, we could have probably took Yasuo, got ourselves a level 2 Yasuo and chilled, had him on the board, giving us Blade Master. No, it wouldn't have actually, but it would have been a useful pickup to say the least. But instead, we just slide the Rumble on the board for our 5th champion for now, and we give him the BF sword that we have accrued to, in essence, give us a Guardian Angel. Now, in essence, that Guardian Angel is going to be basically placed onto our Aurelia, and she needs that in order to be able to use her ult. That being said, another good item on Aurelia is Spear Sojourn, and the reason it's so good is because with a Chrono team, if we come up against basically a copy of our team bar, say, the Rumble, who's demolishing them, but use the GA on Aurelia, meaning she's able to just jump around freely, and if she gets killed, she basically drops the aggro of jumping around, and then she just starts again. Spirit Surgeon's good because it's like, you cast once, you're at, what? It's like 20%, 30% mana back for each auto attack that you use. Essentially, you basically auto attack twice, and she recasts the ultimate. And that is a huge ideal thing, which is why people like using Aurelia, is because she can just do a lot of damage quickly if you've got an item that boosts her ult cast amount. And for us right now, that is what we want. We want an Aurelia to just deal damage. If we get one early game, it should carry us through to basically the mid game, get us through that to start working on our late game team comp. Anyway, this round, what we're dealing with is a Zoe with IE and Spirit Surgeon. Very hard to actually kill there. All its job is just to be a nuisance and allow its team to basically kill you. Anyway, we're going to sell the Rumble here so that we get ourselves Blade Master. And the Blade Master champion is going to be Shen. Shen is a phenomenal Blade Master in this team comp, as he gives us access into Chrono, and essentially is a temporary fix-up for the Kale or the Aurelia, who we're going to probably switch him out for, same with the Yasuo. Now, as a whole, this team comp should be fine for a few stages, and actually should get us a win streak soon. Because, as I said before, one of our carries is Aurelia, if we can.
This is mercy.
The other carry is probably the more predominant carry, which we could have worked around in the Kale. And you're probably wondering, why is she a carry? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Kale does so much magic damage if you build her correctly. You give her a Rage Blade. With the Blade Master that she's already got, that attack speed is going to be skyrocketing. And the way her ultimate works is, she basically transcends into a very furious attack form in normal League of Legends at level 18, where she fires out basically a cone of damage, similar to how Berserker's is, that hits multiple targets and it's magic damage instead of normal attack damage. That is important to note, as what it means is she's doing a lot of damage over time, and this round right here, what we see is our two side range champions going to work, the Ezreal and the Lucian, whom are essentially giving us Chrono with the Shen and Blaster. This is why you sort of build this way, and have the great thing with this build, you have many other options in terms of what you can build instead of just one fixed build path. Yes, you're ideally fixated on the cybernetic champions, where you need all 6 in order to actually make this team comp work, but the other champions in this team comp that you can go for, the other 3 champions, they're essentially replaceable. Like, sure, you won't get as many buffs in certain ways, but obviously Wukong, he gives you Vanguard and Chrono. Ezreal, he gives you Blaster and Chrono. And then you have your... what's the third one? I forget the third option that goes into the team comp.
With honor.
Oh, Kale. She's your Blade Master. So, in essence, what you can do is you switch out Kale with Shen. That's essentially your Chrono Blade Master. And you can then go with whatever you like in that last spot. Like, you don't even have to go Wukong. You can switch him over to another Vanguard, say a Poppy, something along those lines. So you have Shen Poppy, which is Vanguard, Chrono and Blade Master in 2 champions. And you could then go 3rd, whatever you really feel like. Like, in theory, you could in fact just switch out the Wukong in this build for a Valkyrie and go MF. In fact, you could just switch Ezreal out for MF and have Valkyrie instead of Chrono, which is still decent. You're gonna still have the Rage Blade on the Kayle. And yeah, I've ignored quite a lot of gameplay right now because we're not doing too decent. Yes, we do pick up the Aurelia, and she is very, very good. We obviously stick to GA onto her. Right here, we're gonna probably go for the Cho'Gath or the Fizz. Basically, it's secure ourselves one piece of the Rage Blade, and we actually do manage to pick up the Fizz with the Rika Bow. Kind of very important to this team comp because we need to build up that Kayle ASAP. So getting 4 coins out of 4 into the carousel and getting one of the pieces needed is vital in terms of this team comp. And right now we're picking up 3 cybernetic champions, the Aurelia, the Fiora and the Vi. I'm going to sell on the Fizz, and we're going to level up to level 6 all in this one round. And that one round gets us Blade Master, as well as our 4th cybernetic champion on the board in the Fiora returning. Obviously, having that sparring glove on her means that she's going to be receiving the cybernetic buff. Realistically, there's only one champion currently in the team that's not getting a buff, and that is Lucian. And Lucian you really want at level 2 to maximize his damage and make him an absolute nightmare to deal with as we absolutely demolish these rebels. The Aurelia goes to town, Fiora gets her hands dirty there and does a lot of work. I'm obviously now thinking, okay, what do we need now? Well, Kayle is the next big pickup that we need. Now, what we see here is we spend a bit of coins here. We managed to pick ourselves a Leona up, a Fiora, and level up our Vi to level 2. Vi is now going to be chilling here, and I'm thinking, okay, do we sell the Shen? And I'm thinking, yes, in my mind, because that will take us above 50. Now, we don't end up doing this because I'm a pussy, but we come up here against the Vanguard no, it's just Celestial Protectors with Darkstar backline with the Jhin and the Karma. And obviously, if you land an EMP on the backline there, they become pretty hard to not die. They essentially die in just like that. And that is why we obviously play this team comp quite well. We get up to 60 eco here. We're going to press the button a few times, pick up another Leona, and yeah, you start to see where I want to take this team comp. Now, currently, if we look at everything that we've gotten, we've got a level 1 Ezreal, which we want to level up to level 2. It's a lot of damage. We already have one on the bench, so it's literally just find one Ezreal and he goes up. We've got a level 1 Aurelia, we've got one on the bench again. Vital to level her up, she's our main source of damage currently. We also have a level 1 Shen, which I'm not too worried about. We obviously can switch him out for a Wukong whenever we find one, obviously. We find another Fiora here, and yeah, I'm going to spend a bit of coins into XP. As we pick up a level 2 Leona, we pick up a level 2 Aurelia now, which is huge. And then we find our Kayle, and we immediately switch the Shen off the board, which in actuality, he's going to make his way back onto the board because I will basically waste my coins on XP to get him on there. And yeah, he is just essentially giving us Chrono now. That's his own use because we obviously have Aurelia, Fiora, and Kale now giving us the boost for Blade Master. Now this round, Infiltrators, they absolutely decimate this team comp. That's a huge counterplay because once Kale dies, this team comp basically falls to pieces, but Aurelia doing a lot of work there. Now, we are on a decent win streak right now. We're on 4 wins. That's obviously plus 3 eco, which is huge for us as we pick up a level 2 Shen and a level 2 Kale. Kale is now in her prime position. She is there to do a phenomenal amount of work for us. And she has got a Hand of Justice on her instead of the Rage Blade right now. She also has the Rika, both for the Rage Blade already placed on her, ready. But Hand of Justice means that she's going to be healing a little bit or doing more damage in a round. It's 50-50 which. But obviously, both are great on her. We obviously need that in order for this team to work. As we come up against a mini copy of our team, he has level 2 Lucian already. Is that level 3? I can't tell. It looks level 3. I can't realistically tell from my camera angle. But he's going to lose anyway. Kale does so much work there. You look at the damage chart on the right hand side screen. It's massively built on the magic damage by Kale. She works so hard for this team comp. And it's why she's so vital in any of these builds, as our Ezreal hits level 2. Now, currently, all of our cybernetic champions on board have items, which is fine. Vi on a bench doesn't, when we eventually get her on there, so we obviously need to find something for her. And then Echo, if we eventually find him, we need to slide one onto him. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm obviously now contemplating how do we finish this team comp out. Obviously, Wukong would be huge, as that means I can sell Shen and gain Vanguard. And if we watch this round quite closely, you just see the amount of work Kale's doing. She chipped away quite heavily at the protectors, the 2 protectors on the right hand side of this fight. And then as Rakan jumped over to lock up the Shen, she just fired in and hit 3 of them, killing them all off at one go. Anyway, carousel time. We've got the option of Aurelia here, Ezreal here. The Thresh would be nice. There is no Needlessly's here, sadly, but the only good option now available is Aurelia, whom we're after. So yeah, we'll take the Aurelia. Rika bow onto an Aurelia is huge. It's very nice as well to deal with, and it obviously means that if we do hit a level 3 Aurelia, she's going to be getting quite a lot of attack speed. Or if we need to slide the Aurelia onto the board, she's going to have an item on her. So cybernetics work. Now, currently, I'm thinking, do we pick up this Thresh? Thresh in this team comp, just to replace the Shen, would be quite nice, as it would give us Mana Reaver. However, I decide not to, because I think that Shen is slightly better in the current state of the game. Having the ultimate that he does to allow a lot of auto attacks to miss is essentially vital for us until we find the Wukong, who's essentially there to press ult, and when Wukong presses ult, he's going to make a big CC chain that essentially is the equivalent of what the Shen would do in terms of stopping damage, but he hits everyone and also can cancel ultimates, similarly to how Echo works, as I explained earlier, I remember. Anyway, we're casually just scrolling through our shop looking for it,
Echoes or Aurelias or Kales or Lucians predominantly, because we need to obviously hit that big boy level up on them. And this guy's got 2 golden protectors, the Xin Zhao and Rakan, the kind of key protectors in this team comp. Obviously they give you Celestial. If you combine them with a Ashe and a Xayah, that is Celestial 4, and it's a very, very nice buff to say the least. Anyway, we come up here against some rebels. That's an Aurelian Soul, who's just going to fly around the map doing a lot of work. There's also a GP in this team comp, and it absolutely decimates our Kale, and the Aurelian Soul starships are going to kill off the Aurelia, winning him the round. And he's on quite a low amount of HP, and if we look at the HP in the entire game, we're not too bad as we pick up our level 1 Wukong, who we immediately switch in. It doesn't matter, he's level 1. I'd much rather have him on the board than the Shen, because Shen is kind of redundant at this stage of the game. Now, Arc Raptor time is where we're hoping to find a needlessly large rod, which we want to slide straight onto our Kale. And with that item, Rage Blade is online. Kale is essentially the monster that everyone fears. And oh look, is that a needlessly large rod? Kale, it's your birthday. Ta-da. Yeah, we give that straight over to Kale. The only issue for her now is infiltrators, which there is only 1 team of them. Now we are going to pick up another Vi. I almost called Vi Fiora, and we're going to level up our Vi to level... Well, we're going to level up our team to level 8, and now we're just playing with 33 coins where we're just going to hold them and hopefully get up to level 9 ASAP, where we can probably just slide one of our basic 2-star champions onto the board, like our Fiora, like our Leona, and possibly our Aurelia if we find another. But yeah, that's kind of the goal at this stage, as we come up against the Infiltrator team, you know, the ones that absolutely decimate our Kale. Well, they're struggling a little this time, and watch what happens to the Shaco. He kills off one of our team members, kills off 2 of our team members. It's Aurelia versus Shaco time, boys and girls. Aurelia takes out 1, and Shaco takes out her. Yeah, that Shaco is quite strong, and unless you pop it, it's essentially going to do a lot of work. Now we do pick up another Ezreal here, and we're just essentially chilling with our eco right now, and that's all we realistically can do. We just need to build up so we get enough to cash out to level 9, which is where the game sort of turns around for us, because a lot more 5-cost champions will appear, meaning more chance of an Echo appearing, meaning more chance of completing team comp. Because that's all we're looking for now, is an Echo and level 9. We also want to level up our Lucian and our Wukong, but they're kind of side priorities, because we've had the level 1 Lucian throughout the entirety of the game mostly. He's doing work, with or without being at his highest level. He still does a chunk of damage. Same with Ezreal, who's just chilled there. Most of the game he's just sat there quietly doing damage, while Kale's come in here late game to carry us through to a win. But yeah, this team comp as a whole is very strong late game, because you have them 2 power points that are kind of key in the Aurelia and the Kale that just basically do damage, that if you find an Echo, it's still a great pickup because he can be your 3rd carry. And the great thing is Fiora is such a good champion in the current TFT set. Like, if you think about how set 1 Fiora was, she wasn't realistically too good, and in this set she's received a slight damage buff, I do believe, and she does a lot of work. That damage stat is humongous as we lose to a basic copy of our team. Anyway, carousel time. There's an Echo. We won it. It's also got Thief Glove. Sadly, the Shisha immediately takes it from us. And now I'm thinking, Spirit Surgeon, Aurelia, very strong. Nope, we don't get that. Okay, well, it just looks like we're going to get a Hand of Justice. And yeah, we do. Hand of Justice, probably the best item that was available. Sure, red buff would have been nice. Stop some healing, but there isn't really a team bar the Celestial Protectors that has a healing option. So I didn't see the point in that. So, Lux will sell on. And we're at 51 coins. Sorry, we're at 51 coins now. I'm thinking, do we cash out? And I do believe we have enough to cash out at this point in the game, where hopefully we can find for ourselves a Echo and make this team comp work. However, it being me, it probably won't happen. But we're sat in the top 6 right now. The Shisha is obviously sat on the brink of losing. We come up against the Silverwing, who's actually the Celestial Protector. And Kale's going to work here. The Ash misses her ult, which is a huge thing, as that would have obviously won them the round quite quicker and done a bit more damage to us. And yeah, we get offered a GP here. Kind of annoying getting offered these 5-cost champions. I think we get offered all the different 5-cost champions here. And we cash out right now, I do believe. But we get offered every single 5-cost champion in this game, bar Echo, which is kind of annoying. And yeah, we press the button pretty quickly. I know I can press F to actually do that, but hey, I don't really care. And guess what? Next round will be level 9. Yeah. Yes, I did do that. Yes, I probably would. It would have been smarter to save my eco and done it then. But I'm not smart, am I? So, yeah. This Shaco, this round gets absolutely popped. Meaning, this guy's gonna lose. And we don't eliminate him. He's pretty close to being eliminated. But Aurelia goes to town there. And we're in top 5 scenario. We level up our Wukong and come up against the Kayn. And now I'm just hoping to find for myself that one champion we need. Now, we're gonna keep Aurelia, put ourselves a level 2 Aurelia chilling on the board. She's kind of just there to chill. That's all her job is, to be a nuisance. To do damage as well. Obviously, she isn't the main Aurelia, so she's just gonna have to do her best. Anyway, Lucian gets immediately popped here. Kind of funny. Obviously, I forgot that I had a Lucian on the board. And we beat Kayn pretty easily. He's not that much of a threat. And yeah, 2 MFs and a GP get offered to us. A Thresh. I honestly think I should have probably took the Thresh and switched the Aurelia off, because Thresh would have given us Mana Reaver, which is still a decent buff, to say the least. No, it's not Cybernetics Maximum, or Cybernetics 2, but it's still a decent buff, to say the least, and I kept a Lunt's Echo on my bench for an Echo. Stupidly, realistically. Anyway, we come up here against the Star Guardian team. He's got a level 3 Syndra, a level 3 Ari as well. He's also got the Soraka and the Vel'Koz combo. And yeah, our KO gets popped. Even if she does a lot of damage, we get taken down to 12 HP. And here's the fun thing, we're top 4. I should say top 3 at this point. But yeah, this is our last round here for you guys. And oh boy, this is a very, very interesting round, to say the least. in essence, I should have probably killed that Thresh. I've been offered 3 at least, and this is where I'm getting desperate. I'm scrolling through my shop looking for an Echo. Just like, please give me an Echo. Please give me a Echo. Please. And then I get screwed out of it, I don't get one. I get off an Aurelia as we come up against the exact same team comp again. Yeah, the game had it out for me against this team. And we immediately are gonna die here. Unless Kale manages to work. But judging by the amount of Cinder Balls that have hit her face, no. And we finish out in 3rd here in this game. Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna exit the game here. And what we actually end up seeing is I get promoted to Silver 2. I've been playing a bit off screen, obviously, because last time you saw me I was bronze? Like bronze 3? But yeah, this is going to be it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below, as the end screen doesn't load. Leave a like down below, subscribe new under if you want to, and I will be seeing you guys later. Thank you for watching, and peace!